So, apologies for the wind, but I thought we would do an update. So here we go. This is the spring border, and there's two functions of this. It's put here because it was, up until a couple of years ago, my beloved flower bed. And what we have is we've got the leftovers of the spring bulbs, literally here, tulips, all that sort of stuff. But we've also got some summer stuff coming up. Like, for example, here, that, oops, can you see that? Where are we? Just there, that, not the grass. That is the start of a gladioli. Now, there are several more over here. I planted a lot of gladioli here. I think there should be about 40. And I may well enter them into competition this year. We've also planted these are nasturtiums, these at the back. And typically, once you get them settled, you cannot ever get rid of them. The problem is they don't transplant very well, and I don't know if this is going to survive or not. Obviously, my saxifragas in there, and we've got multiple little bulbs down here. Don't know what they're going to be yet, but we'll soon see. Dahlias round here, and they're starting to sprout, although not all of them. Compost bin, doing quite well. You can put tea bags, this, which is not in fact cardboard, it's more like a sort of card pulp really. It's a bit like paper mache. You get the egg cartons, and these particular ones, they came in, what was it? My juicer, in fact. Cut them up, pop them in there, and they rot away. That's for the next year. That's what's left of the poo bin. Our fruit trees are looking quite well. Lots of nice leaf on them, but they haven't flowered. They won't flower this year, and they're not likely to produce any fruit for a number of years, maybe 2, 3. Unlike our apple tree here. The flowers have been fertilised, and that there will be the apple shortly. I do happen to know that the petals were taken from them after fertilisation by a pair of blue tits to line their nest. Onto the currants. Now, disappointingly, you can see empty currant strands. These are not from the birds. The birds aren't interested in currants until they start ripening, at which point we net them, and these haven't started ripening yet. This is in fact frost damage. Quite severe. We've probably lost half the harvest, but there we are. These are a little bit later being produced, some of these down here, because that's a red currant, and this here is a different type. This is black currant, and you can see that they have done much better down there. So those will be netted when they start to go the right colour. We've cleared the border here for our fruit trees, and those are gooseberries, but they haven't flowered, and again they're quite young, so I don't expect we'll get anything from them. This is another red currant, hasn't done very well with the frost, but there we are. All our strawberries are in flower, and shortly I'll have to put down straw and then net them once the berries start to form. You can see there's a whole row of them behind there. Those are the ones that we managed to sort of save and put in a neat row. These are the ones that just flowered before we got there. More trees. Everything's doing well apart from the fig tree, which I think might be cursed. If you can even see it, I'm not sure. That's the fig tree, or what's left of it. Go around here. We've got leeks, and there's two different types of leeks. Those are the normal leeks going along there. These are little leeks. They're not supposed to grow, sort of baby leeks if you like. They were donated from Fiona, so you can see with leeks what you do is you dig a hole, fill it with water, and just leave the little seedling in it, and it'll bed in itself. And then you don't fill in the hole and the idea is that the leek expands to fill the hole. Onions, doing well. The netting has now been removed, you can see. More little leeks here, and this is my garlic, which I'm very impressed with. I've got about 106 out of 112 have come up. These are allium, so I am expecting them to produce a flower shortly, maybe in the next couple of weeks. And then moving on to here, this is our root veg cloche, and we've got some carrots that I haven't done too well. But there we are. This netting is tight enough so that you won't get carrot fly. More carrots grown from seed. It's difficult to see if any of those have come up yet or not. And then we've got aubergines from seed. And then this is my kohlrabi, which is lovely colour. And these are baby turnips, but you can also eat the leaves as a type of cabbage as well. And that is the one aubergine plant that isn't being grown from seed. And right over here, these are the successive planting bays, and these are going to be my radish. You can see there's something it's eating that. Now we have actually put down nematodes, which are supposed to be bacteria, slugger killing bacteria, but I don't think they've worked, so we've done blue sweeties as well, because that certainly does work. And those are the sweet peas about to grow up the wigwams. We've got one flower. Again, some of these have been donated by Fiona, but that one is not grown. And those are going to be beetroot, the ones with the red stems, not that. Don't know what that is at all, to be honest with you. Could be a potato. We do occasionally find sort of drifters from former years which have laid in the ground for God knows how long and then suddenly decide that they're going to grow. And little faux pas with the spring onions, and that's what I've planted quite a lot of them close together, so I am actually going to have to go and pinch those out when they start to grow properly. And I've put down just a little bit of wire mesh to stop the birds, but that isn't too necessary. Celery, they're doing quite well, self-blanching apparently. Herb garden, and everything is ready to flower. These are the chives, and you can see the allium flowers about to break in that case just there. They do look very pretty. This sage is also about to flower. I've never seen a flowering sage. It didn't flower last year. The rosemary is everlasting with its flowers, and whatever that is over there, I think that's a type of thyme, is about to flower. I've never seen that flower either. The rhubarb, once again, is going to need harvesting shortly. The crown is split in several places, that's the issue, so we now have about 3 plants growing quite close together, and you can see just how thick those stalks are. Be warned, because this is the only area where we seem to get nettles. You can see that we've cleared up the area around here, so we only have the raspberry canes where they should be. The thing with raspberries is, you chop them after the first year, they don't seem to do anything, and then they feel like they're under attack, and they spread, and they go everywhere. Absolutely, this whole area that you see all around here was dominated by the offshoots of these, so we weren't really quite prepared for that, so we've had to contain them back into their one little areas. And I think that's probably about it. The potatoes aren't doing too badly. Oh, apart from that, yes, that's the other one. That is the one of several cloches that's going to cover the brassicas, and so far we've got cauliflower in there, but you can see there's room to extend this yet another one along. Got another cloche for the other side, and there's still plenty of room under there. These are also permeable, so you don't need to deconstruct the cloche every time you water, because that takes forever. you simply water over the top and it drains through. And finally my little flower meadow, which isn't going to last very long, to be honest. It hasn't taken off very well. There we are.